Hello and welcome to Election Exchange. I'm Parikshit Luthra. 58 seats across 8 states and union territories will go to polls tomorrow in the 6th phase of the Lok Sabha election. These include all the 7 constituencies in Delhi and all of the 10 seats in Haryana, 14 seats in UP, 8 each in Bihar and West Bengal, 6 seats in Odisha, 4 in Jharkhand and 1 seat in Jammu and Kashmir. Polling in Jammu and Kashmir's Anantnag Rajouri seat, which was adjourned in phase 3, will also be held tomorrow. After this phase, 57 remaining seats will vote in the final phase on the 1st of June. But all eyes would be on Delhi and the 7 Lok Sabha constituencies. The BJP had won all 7 in 2019. However, this time around, the party changed 6 sitting MPs. Meanwhile, the Congress and the I.N.D.I.A, which fought solo in 2019, are in alliance this time around. Will that change the math in the capital? We're joined by senior editor Rupashri Nanda. She joins us on the program. Rupashri, give us a sense of how confident is the I.N.D.I.A Congress alliance in this phase, and how do they hope to make a mark? How does the fight in Delhi really stand this time around, considering the BJP dropped 6 out of 7 sitting MPs also speaks volumes?
Well, like you mentioned correctly, Parikshit, this time elections in Delhi are completely different from 2019 and 2014. And this time there will be a bipolar contest instead of a triangular contest that Delhi witnessed since 2014. And Aam Party and the Congress Party are actually fighting this election in a well-orchestrated manner, with Arvind Kejriwal, the Aam Party chief, even campaigning for the Congress's candidates and Rahul Gandhi also, the Congress MP from Wayanad and senior Congress leader, also said in a rally that while he will be pressing on the button, of Jhadu, and Kejriwal would be, pressing on the button of the hand. And with that, he signaled that the workers of the two parties also at the grassroots are fighting these elections closely together. Having said that, I must also say that there is another factor which is definitely going to influence the voting in this election, because Delhi actually saw the arrest of Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal on March 21st. That is just about 5 days after elections were declared. And unexpectedly, actually, he was released on bail by the Supreme Court just in order to campaign in these elections. And since his release on the 21st of April, actually, he has been campaigning extremely aggressively. And the kind of crowds that I am seeing at his gatherings, even though they may not be very massive, but they are very reminiscent of the times that I actually witnessed in 2013 when Aam Aadmi Party actually fought its first elections in Delhi. Having said that, I must also say that the gap between the Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress alliance, even if you add up both the votes of all the candidates together, would still be less than 50%, and BJP won all the 7 Lok Sabha constituencies by more than 50% of the vote share. But this time, what I'm getting to hear from the ground is that even though many people say that BJP is ahead and BJP is going to win very comfortably, I'm also hearing the same people also saying, but even if BJP wins, I'm going to vote for the Aam Aadmi Party, or I'm going to vote for the Congress Party. On the other hand, BJP actually has a very solid support base in the national capital. About 32% or 34% of the voters in Delhi, they never go away from the BJP, whether it's a Lok Sabha election or a municipal election or even a Vidhan Sabha election. BJP is banking on that factor. And of course, the charisma of Prime Minister Modi. Prime Minister Modi has also campaigned in Delhi very aggressively. He has hit out against the Aam Aadmi Party. And the other point to be noted over here is the kind of impact that the allegations of corruption against the chief minister, the kind of allegations that the BJP has leveled against the chief minister, that he's not a common person anymore. Look at his house; he lives in a lavish manner. Look at the cases which have been slapped against him. Look at this government in which so many ministers have gone to jail. Whether that is really going to have an impact on the support or supporters of the Aam Aadmi Party. So this time, Delhi elections definitely are much more interesting than the last time. The only thing I can say now is that it is going to be much more closely fought than before.
Absolutely, Rupashri. Stay with us. And clearly, the arrest of Arvind Kejriwal, leaders like Manish Sisodia, Sanjay Singh, Satyendra Jain has made Delhi take center stage. Even though it's about 7 seats, it's also the core of what the opposition really stands for right now, accusing the BJP Prime Minister and Amit Shah of political vendetta. I'm joined by Shivam Chhabra of the BJP, also Siddharth Sharma of the Aam Aadmi Party. Shivam Chhabra, is this something that is a worry for the BJP, the sympathy wave in favor of Arvind Kejriwal, or you feel that the party will be able to swing through? Do you feel that 2014, 2019 performance in Delhi will be difficult this time around? Shivam, I think you're on mute.
So Arvind Kejriwal is behind the bars and on bail on the charges of the liquor gate. There can never be sympathy on any grounds, I would say. And I think, as I always say, we always believed in Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas, with Sabka Prayas. We've basically done what we said. We've abrogated to 317 Jammu and Kashmir. We've ensured that the biggest of bigger Ram temple has been built in Ayodhya. And we've ensured that the Indian economy has reached out to the top 5 economies in the world. We've done what we've committed, and I think we still have a roadmap. We have a plan in action for next 5 years down the line. Unlikely the Government Alliance always say. So I think we have a strong battlefield out here. We have a strong ground that BJP will certainly come back to power with 400 seats.
Right. Let me go back to Siddharth Sharma now of the Aam Aadmi Party. Siddharth, how do you respond to the BJP spokesperson Shivam Chhabra? They are calling you a Ghamandi alliance. Would you say that the outcome of this election is also important as to how the Aam Aadmi Party does at a national level?
Well, Parikshit, the less said about the BJP spokesperson statement, the better, because even the Prime Minister today is speaking about buffaloes and Mangal Sutras. So when he says about, he gives some kind of acronyms to our alliances, then the BJP's alliance, the B in BJP stands for, does B in BJP stand for Mr. Bijbhushan Sharan Singh? Or BJP stands for Mr. Prajwal Revanna, who has videos of 3,000 women molesting himself. So let's not get into that. An election is fought because me personally, although I'm a party person, but I'm also a political student. So I've traveled across India from Karnataka to Kashmir, and this election has decisively taken a turn. People today are voting for policy and not for politics. BJP prides itself in Machiavellian politics like Games of Thrones, shenanigans. It engineers coups, it designs defections, it knives its opponents, it puts opponents like Mr. Hemant Soren into jail, it tries to harass a chief minister's octogenarian parents with police harassment. These things apart, what essentially happened is that people have now understood that BJP is all show and no substance. I'm a person who is a little bit of a small investor, and I keep investing on the tips given on your channel, CNBC News 18. What has essentially happened is that FDI today is down 63% in India compared to 2007. The savings have shrunk to 5% of the GDP from 7% in 2022. Household debt today has risen to 6% of the GDP, which is the highest since 1970. 38% of IITians are today jobless. Asian Paints sales are down lower than GDP. The Bajaj two-wheeler sales are lower than the GST that is put on a two-wheeler. Both Bajaj and Asian Paints are household names and large volume consumables. And top it with the Finance Minister of India when she said, what about the onion price hike? She says that I don't eat onions. Juxtapose this with Aam Aadmi Party's model, lowest unemployment rate in Delhi at 3%. Compare it with Haryana at 10%. This is in Times of India today. Highest per capita income of nearly 5 lakh rupees per person compared to Indian per capita income of 2.5 lakh rupees. Lowest inflation, that is half of what India is facing today. Even unskilled workers Even unskilled people, gig workers are earning nearly 17,000 rupees per month as per minimum wage.
Okay.
So the people of Delhi have understood. The people of Delhi will be voting on policy, and not just Delhi. When I try to juxtapose this, I think this program is also, your theme also included Haryana. So that's why I gave certain Haryana data. In Haryana, what is happening is that construction, a state which had to increase which had to grow because of manufacturing sector, the manufacturing sector is coming down and the construction sector is going up. So essentially, 10% unemployment.
I've got your point. You're saying that the Aam Party government in Delhi has performed better when it comes to economic indicators. But if we look at how the opposition, the UPA, had performed in last time, there are both pros and cons. In 2013, you had Manmohan Singh, the then Prime Minister, saying in a Congress event that inflation has been one of the biggest shortcomings of the UPA era. Also, let's not forget the retrospective tax had been brought by the UPA and later it was revoked by the NDA. There are plus points on both sides. There are questions on economic policy that can be raised on both sides.
But the BJP came into power saying that they will resolve all these issues. So they cannot take that same argument.
Okay, I got your point. I got your point, Siddharth. Shivam, here you've got Siddharth Sharma saying that they have offered better employment opportunities, better opportunities for gig workers, a better economic environment in Delhi. What does the BJP have to offer? Also, when you're raising allegations of corruption, of the liquor scam against the Aam Aadmi Party, how would you explain to people why people accused of coal scam, of other corruption cases, of sexual abuse cases are fighting on BJP tickets and tickets of allies? I'm speaking about Prajwal Revanna, Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh.
Parikshit, what is interesting to see is what my friend Siddharthi has been referring to. He was referring to his policies here in Delhi. I must remind him, not a single school has been built under his government. Not a single college has turned up in his government. And he's talking of so-called education model. Not a single hospital has been built under his regime. And they talk of the health model. Only, yes, I do agree. There have been mohalla clinics which were transformed into tabelas and, whatnot. So they've certainly been boasting about what all they have done. And most interestingly, Parikshit, they must come up front and answer the fact that they always stood for women, and that is how they have been claiming to. But unfortunately, they could not ensure justice to their own Rajya Sabha MP, who was treated badly and assaulted right at the Chief Minister's residence. They don't have an answer to it. And interestingly, the same female I'm referring to, the Rajya Sabha MP I'm referring to, was a chairperson of the Delhi Commission for Women under the regime of Arvind Kejriwal ji. Right now, she's the Rajya Sabha MP. They don't have an answer to it. Their one MP comes up and does a press conference, accepts the fact that she was, treated badly at the Chief Minister's residence. Action would be taken. What action has been taken? He was taken along with Mr. Kejriwal and Mr. Sanjay Singh in a chartered flight to Uttar Pradesh for campaigning. So that is how they reward things. And they don't have a right to probably question the political party, Bharatiya Janata Party, on all these terms. Most interestingly, and as far as your question regarding, our take is concerned, and I think the party leadership has already come up front and said that law will take its own course. We don't agree to what they've done. And I think that you need to rely on I'm not the judiciary. You need to trust the judiciary of this country. You need to believe that what the judiciary does. I cannot jump the goals and say that I cannot.
But Shivam, the question is, fine. But the question is, Shivam, when you know that there are criminal cases pending against these people, then why induct and make them fight? It's one thing to say, yes, we've taken them, but the judicial process will continue. But why get them in the first place? That is a question that many people will ask and politicians will ask. Shivam, I'll return to you. Siddharth Sharma. Okay, let me get in Siddharth Sharma at this point. Siddharth Sharma, the latest allegations against Bibhav Kumar, who was a close aide of Arvind Kejriwal. Now, these allegations have been raised by Swati Maliwal. They have been in public domain over the last few weeks. Bibhav has been arrested as well. The allegation is that Arvind Kejriwal, the Aam Aadmi Party, was slow to act against Bibhav. Do you admit that the timing of this arrest can harm the Aam Aadmi Party?
Yeah. I think the viewers of CNBC News 18 in the last few minutes have seen that BJP was given two chances. It did not say at any point of time what good it has done in the last 10 years. It was only bad-mouthing Arvind Kejriwal and Aam Aadmi Party. Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson, in the first instance when I was given a chance, I told the people what Aam Aadmi Party is doing. Now for the substantial questions that you are asking. Before you are asking the question, in the first segment, the BJP spokesperson spoke about the liquor policy and the corruption charges on Aam Aadmi Party. So I'll answer that first and then I'll answer to your question. The point number one, this is a money laundering case on Aam Aadmi Party. Now in a money laundering case, money has to be found. The money is already found, parked at the BJP's porch, taken through electoral bond by BJP in the same liquor policy case, Mr. Sharad Reddy, who was the main accused. Now, as far as Aam Aadmi Party is concerned, not a single rupee of money recovery has happened. So, in a money laundering case, if the money is found parked with the BJP and zero money recovery with Aam Aadmi Party, do you know what will happen when this case will go to the trial stage? Obviously, BJP will become accused number one and it will get convicted. That answers the question of the BJP spokesperson. Now, to answer to your specific question, I think what the BJP very intelligently, what it does is that it thinks of itself as a tailor of law. It stitches very loose fitting clothes for itself and it tailors very tight fitting clothes for others. Now juxtapose this. A BJP governor in Punjab, he also faces a charge of women's harassment. What does he do? He asks the police not to enter Raj Bhavan. He is not cooperating with the investigation. Example number two, the present Lieutenant Governor of Delhi is also in a case of women's harassment being called in a court case in Gujarat. And there he cites immunity because he is the head of a government in Delhi. Now juxtapose this with Aam Aadmi Party, which says that there are two aspects to this case, and the entire CCTV footage of the Chief Minister's home of that day is already given to the police. And as far as the videos are concerned, it is clearly showing that the person who is the complainant here, that person itself is the aggressor inside. Whatever happens, Aam Aadmi Party is very clear that we have already given out whatever the CCTV evidence is there. How come BJP governor of West Bengal is claiming immunity in a similar case? That's why I say BJP thinks itself as a tailor, which stitches law according to its own convenience. It stitches a very tight fit for others and makes a loose fit for itself. We've run out of time.
All right, we've completely run out of time. I'd like to thank Shivam Chhabra and Siddharth Sharma for joining us. But the fate of all these 7 seats in Delhi and also how the political alliance of the opposition does in Delhi and Haryana will be clear tomorrow. We'll take a short break. We'll thank both our guests for joining us. When we return, we will be getting you more election updates from West Bengal, Odisha, Jharkhand on the other side.